Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let me just double check, make sure everything's going according to plan. Okay, I do see my stream. All right, cool. So, we are live on YouTube. Do I got my title right? I got my title right, and we got the description. So we're live on YouTube, we're live on Periscope, we're live on Dlive. You can find me everywhere. Just look up Charles Marlowe. So, we're going to go through some news, and then we're going to talk about some of my day trading. We'll talk about selling out actually on Workhorse right at the top. I'm very, very proud of that move. And we're just going to discuss kind of where I anticipate things are going the next couple of days. We'll talk about my trading, my investing. I did switch things around a little bit in the WeBull portfolio. I don't know if I'll have time to get to all of that today. But, you know, if you enjoy these videos, you enjoy these stock market updates, please do give it a big thumbs up. Comment in the comment section. If you want to watch the replay, it will be available up on YouTube. It's my smaller channel that has under 2,000 subscribers. You'll find it if you look up Charles Marlowe, but you should be able to, find it in the description of my content on other channels. So basically, we hit major resistance all across the markets today. Jerome Powell, many people are blaming, and they're saying that, he tanked the markets. So the SPY was down 2%, NASDAQ was down 3%, the Dow was down 4%. I mean, let's just see what that looks like. So let me go to a daily chart here. This is the SPY, and this is the daily chart. So we are now basically below where we were before the crash, okay? We're back probably, we haven't been this low since June, like June 8th, I think is the last time we've been this low. So naturally, people are starting to, wonder what's going on here. People are asking questions. The VIX, which is like a volatility index, closed up like right around 28. Okay, I'll show you that right now, actually. I do use the VIX as an indicator, all right? And so when I'm trading, as you guys can see down here, I have the VIX, like a 5-minute chart of the VIX while I'm trading, because when the VIX goes up, that means the markets are going down and there's a lot of volatility. So the VIX did close like above 28. Anything above 26 on the VIX signals a bearish market. We went over this a couple of streams ago. So that's definitely, if you're holding long-term shares, or you have a big position that you just started in, let's say Apple, where you maybe got in at 125, 120, 115, that would be very concerning, right? Most people that are trading or investing that know about the VIX, they're going to be a little worried about the fact that it closed at 28 today. So just remember, anything with the VIX above 26 signals bear market, correction, maybe reversal, which leads me into the next topic, right? Are we in a correction still? Is this just a correction, right? You can look at the SPY, you can look at the QQQ. Is this a correction, or is this a full-blown reversal? Are we in a downtrend? I hate to admit it, but I'm seeing head and shoulder patterns, right? Maybe not so much on the SPY, but if you look at Apple, this is a classic head and shoulders pattern. Don't mind all of my supply and demand zones. This is a classic head and shoulders pattern. You can look at, I don't know, maybe a stock like, what does PayPal look like? PayPal kind of, not quite a head and shoulders pattern. I guess you could make it out there. But the point is, people are asking, are we in a full-blown correction, or are we in just a correction, or is this a reversal? With Apple down about 20%, for example, okay, I think that's okay. Right? I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to be playing the downside anyways, but and I'm kind of bearish. I'm not going to lie. I am bearish on Apple. If we went down 25%, that would definitely be like, that's everybody would agree that that's a bearish situation. Now, the last couple of days, like if you watch Mad Money on CNBC, Cramer has been telling his viewers to basically buy these stocks. I think Cramer probably holds things like Apple and Tesla, and he's telling people it's a buying opportunity. I can't help but wonder if Cramer is getting a little bit nervous himself about what's going on here. But for the past 2 days, we heard testimony from Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. And to sum it all up in one sentence, he basically said there is no stimulus, right? There's no stimulus for the markets. And the markets reacted to that. I mean, you can really see that today. This might be this is probably like the second biggest red engulfing candle, might I add, that we've seen yet. Right, the first down day was probably the biggest, but this is like the second biggest down day. And I think it is just a continuation of some sort of downward trend. You also have a supply zone, right? This is the SPY chart, but I'm going to chart this for you in real time, right? We have this consolidation here, okay? Consolidation followed by, you guessed it, a strong move to the downside. So there is definitely supply, and all the charts look like this. I could go to Apple, PayPal, Facebook. They all look like this, where there's a huge supply zone followed by a strong move to the downside. So, with Powell basically saying that there's no stimulus, the markets are reacting to that. Now, I think what's going on here is there's a lot of situations, political situations, pandemic situations that have not quite been priced in yet. There was a lot of hype this summer. There was a lot of stimulus. The Fed was, really backing the markets, but the markets are now pricing everything in. And by everything, I mean the election, just the general state of the economy, the riots, the post-election riots, because you better believe that's coming. The CV, RBG, and all that political drama. The markets are pricing all of this in now, right? So if you did buy Apple on this candle, or you did buy Apple on this candle, or you did buy Apple yesterday on this candle thinking it was all over, well, it looks like we might still have a little ways to go. Apple is, pretty resistant to these lower levels. We are going to get a little bit more in depth with Apple, but I mean, just look at the SPY. This is definitely not, this is definitely not bullish. Yes, if it is a correction, this is, we need this, right? Stocks don't just go up, 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 up and away, but you even have the media now sort of, calling this a full-blown reversal. All right. Couple of headlines real quick. The Fed is calling for more fiscal stimulus. All right. And I'll just read these first couple paragraphs here. The chairman, Jerome Powell, urged Congress on Wednesday to provide the U.S. economy with more fiscal support. I mean, our economy has to be really, really, really down in the dumps to really need this second round, right? And, they're kind of dangling it in our faces, but we just can't seem to get anything done yet. They say, quote, this is from Powell, actually, many borrowers, right? Quote, many borrowers will benefit from these programs, as will the overall economy. But for others, a loan that could be difficult to repay might not be the answer. And in these cases, direct fiscal support may be needed. So that's from Jerome Powell himself. The stocks are basically, they're reacting heavily to what Powell said. The question is now is, are they going to continue the downward momentum into Thursday and Friday? Based on what he said. You also had like Tesla and Apple, I feel like kind of both drag down the market, because Tesla drags down the EV market, whereas Apple can drag down the entire SPY and the tech market. But Tesla, Elon Musk had his battery day event yesterday, and Elon basically told investors, he kind of leveled with them and said that a lot of what's already priced into Tesla is, years away, if not like a decade away. So some people weren't too happy with that. All right. And I think that's kind of causing an EV market sell-off. You also have the stock futures, right? Even now, haven't really changed much. So I think we are going to bleed into tomorrow at least. Now, what was interesting is last Friday, I thought it was going to be, bear market all the way. Last Friday, we actually did get some sort of rally towards the end of the day, which was, it was exciting for some. It kind of took me back a little bit, but I'm going to be watching out for that this Friday, right? If the market is going to bounce from a couple days, a couple days in a row going lower and lower on Friday afternoon, I'm definitely not going to get caught playing the short side of that. But you do have the media now even calling this a reversal, or at least entertaining the idea that we are in a full-blown reversal when it comes to the price action in the markets. So yeah, going back to Tesla. Well, let's talk about tech and EV. So, Tesla, because of the battery day disappointment, kind of dragged the entire EV sector down. I mean, you can like Workhorse, right? Or let's go to NIO first. NIO today down 6.6%, right? 66 in the chat. So, NIO, the electric vehicle company from China, down. I actually like this price though, $17.96. I'd like to see more like $16.50, but I do definitely like those prices. I think NIO could fall down here to $15 though. All right, or $14, excuse me. Then you had Workhorse, which I want to talk about Workhorse because I knew it was too good to be true, guys. So I got in right around here, right around, it was a little below the $20 mark. I got in at like 18, okay, on my WeBull account. And we had like a 40% gain, all right, in like a matter of days. And so I knew it was too good to be true. I literally got out at the top of this green candle. I think that was Friday night, last Friday. I literally got out right here. And as you can see, we had Workhorse has sold off a lot. Now we are in a demand zone, especially this daily demand zone, right? Because you have consolidation, right? Sideways movement followed by a strong move to the upside. This is definitely a demand zone. Will Workhorse break through that? I think it's going to have a lot to do with Tesla. But the question I'm asking myself is, why is Workhorse worth less than Nikola, right? Where is I think this is Nikola, right? Yeah, Nikola is still like, well, okay, Nikola did really sell off today. Woo, man. Well, for a while though, Nikola was a lot higher than in the $40 range, and Workhorse is actually a real company that's going to produce a real product, and probably Workhorse is getting the part of the $6 billion contract to rebuild the USPS fleet. But all that being said, the EV sector was absolutely demolished today. All right. Now let's talk about tech, big tech. You had the fintech, SQ, PayPal. They had a little bit of a rally the last couple of days, but with Jerome Powell basically saying there's no stimulus yet, those stocks definitely faded. Facebook, Apple, I mean, all of this stuff, it's just all down in a major way. I think there was a lot of bull trap the past couple of days, okay? A bull trap, for the newer stock market people is basically when, you think it's going to go up. It looks like maybe we're back in an uptrend, and you buy shares, you buy 10 shares, you buy 100 shares, and then it goes way lower than the price you got in for, and it confirms basically a downward trend still. So I think there was a lot of bull trap. This green candle right here on Apple was definitely a big old bull trap. So was this candle, right? You had a lot of people. I actually like to follow the comment section on WeBull. It's kind of funny, right? And there's some good informative stuff in there, but the past 2 days, you had Monday and Tuesday, I think really I think it trapped people. I think people really thought this was the bottom and we were going up from here. We almost had like I don't know, maybe that was another stock where we had the triple bottom. Yeah, we just hit this one price. We didn't even hit 100 yet, right? We hit 103. 103.31, I think is what that says. And, it's so, I was surprised. I really thought on Monday we were going to get a sell-off. I thought on Tuesday we were going to get a sell-off. Well, finally on Wednesday, right? If you guess enough times in a row, you'll eventually be right. So finally we got the sell-off in Apple. And this is basically what the entire SPY looks like too. So I did capitalize on this, not as well as I could have, as per usual, but the markets have been so uncertain. Like look at this, right? We went down and then we went right back up to almost where we opened at. So I did not want to get caught in chop. I was scalping and just trying to get my money. I was basically just trying to get whatever I could today. If I had bought puts, at the open and just held them all day, yeah, I probably would have been 1,000 by now. But, that's just the way it goes. I do have puts on Robinhood. I've got Apple puts. I've got 8 of them. And we'll talk about that in a little bit here. But, yeah, all the tech down in a major way. Bull trap, in my opinion. Am I still bullish on oil? ExxonMobil dips below 35, okay? So we're in like the $34 range now. Maybe investors and traders are pricing in a dividend cut, right? It's been rumored that ExxonMobil's going to cut its dividend soon. And even if it does, the dividend would still be like 4%, which is amazing. I am still bullish on ExxonMobil long term. I have November calls for ExxonMobil at $40 strike price. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get proven wrong. But in the long run, the way I see it, guys, ExxonMobil's really selling off, right? I mean, you can just see it. Nobody, and all the oil looks like this. Nobody wants to touch it, right? And we're getting closer and closer to the March lows. I think we actually have a gap. Yeah, there's a little bit of a gap here I think could get filled. Nobody wants to touch oil right now. This is my opportunity to get in oil. The way I see it is, anybody who thinks we're going to, run economies off of solar, this is a leftist pipe dream, right? The way I see it is you cannot run an economy without big oil. You just can't. A global economy, too. You're going to need oil. And so this is definitely a buying opportunity. Let me see where Chevron's at right now. I think it's CVX. Yeah, Chevron's really taking a nosedive, right? We're at like 72. I really like these valuations right now. I'm definitely going to be buying more shares. I'll probably try to get into Chevron as well if I can muster up a few extra dollars there. We do have earnings coming up. Now, Nike, I have a call on Nike, $140 strike price. Nike was up because they had fantastic earnings, fantastic online sales. Sales jumped 82%. And, the next couple of weeks, we do have some other companies like Costco, CarMax. You've got CVS, Rite Aid. All of these companies tomorrow, actually, 9/24, are all reporting earnings and such. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm not a big player on earnings and stuff, but I want to get into more of that, trading the news, trading the earnings, which can be a little bit tricky, right? Sometimes everybody sells, even if the earnings are really good. But, as of right now, I'm probably just going to stick to what I'm already involved in now, and not, overcomplicate things. But let me just see if I missed any other. Yeah, you had the Nike stock surge. I think Nike is going to do well the next couple of weeks. My call option doesn't expire until, I think it's October. Let me see. Which October one did I get? Was it the 16th? It was the 9th, October 9th. But I think I will do well on that call. We'll see how that goes. And so let's talk about gold real quick. All right. So gold prices are at a 2-month low. All right. Gold did drop below 1900. Now, Peter Schiff from Shift Gold is still warning that stocks will be more bearishly affected than gold as a result of the Fed's meddling in the economy. Peter Schiff tweeted this: "Gold is selling off, but traders now believe the Fed will not be as easy as once expected. While hashtag Fed policy is more likely to be much easier than expected, if traders are correct, this development would be far more bearish for the stock market than it is for the gold market." And what I have to say about this, I mean, I think Peter Schiff is pretty much right on the money when he's talking about the Fed and how it's handling the economy. They have to pay for this big Trump government somehow, right? Trump's big government that he promised he was going to, reduce. Well, he actually didn't really promise that. He promised he was going to lower taxes, and he kind of did that. But, Trump, as soon as he got into office, started expanding the government, the military-industrial complex, and all this kind of stuff. So to pay for all of that, they have to devalue the dollar, and they're going to lower our purchasing power through inflation. They cut our taxes, but then they take our purchasing power away. So, that's just the America of the 21st century that we all got to live in. So my plays, I've got Apple puts for a $100 strike price. These actually did well today. At one point I was up like almost 200% on them. Now I got in kind of early, right? I bought two of them. I think it was yesterday. I bought two of them. Let me go back to Apple. I bought two of these puts. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. It was like early in the day too. And the first couple ones I got were like for $33. So I had to get my average cost down. My average cost now I have 8 puts. My average cost is I think it's like 19. This is a little bit different here. Yeah, it's a little bit different on here. I don't see it here. Let me look on my app real quick. I don't usually use it on here. I actually do buy the options on here. Yeah, my average cost is actually $18, and they're worth $24 right now. I do think these are going to print tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to hold them all the way until Friday, but if I'm right about Apple, if Apple continues to break this demand zone, hopefully it does break this demand zone, and these are for $100. So as long as I get close to that, right, these are going to be worth a lot of money tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I hope I make a profit on them. If I don't, at least I got my average cost down and I won't be paying out so much. What else? Yeah, I got the Nike call as well on Robinhood. Kind of experimenting, just trying to get that Robinhood account up a little bit, but I do have that Nike call I'm going to be hanging on to for about a week or so. Down a little bit on it, but it is what it is. These things kind of fluctuate. I think Nike will do well the next couple of days. ExxonMobil, like I said, on another account that I don't have access to on my computer here, I have calls for November, a $40 strike price. And then other than that, I've still been, scalping options. All right. Let's look at my P&L for today. Scalping options, in my opinion, is one of the safest ways to really play it. Let me see. Did I put it in here? I think I put it in here. Yeah. So today I made about, $90, but including the commissions and the fees, I only made about $78. But that's like 7% of my options trading account, right? I mean, just think about it. The markets are down, right? I mean, the SPY is down over 2%. I'm up 7% in my options trading account. So I'll take it. Did I take advantage of the market, the downtrend, in a way that I could have? No, I probably could have done better, right? But like I said, the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, everything's been uncertain. It looks like, on Tuesday, it looked like a steady downtrend, and then all of a sudden we rallied. That was really freaking annoying. Same thing kind of happened the other day, right? We sort of looked like we were going to go down, and then the thing just rallied. We built new demand zones, but today, we really got that downward movement. Now, I didn't just trade Apple. As you can see here, I traded Apple, Boeing, Facebook, PayPal, Work. I was just trading it all because I was like, I want to try to make like close to $100 today. I didn't quite get to that goal, but basically I was scalping these options. If you look at my trade history, right? I mean, I'm in them for seconds, literally seconds. I'm in some of these trades. So I would, I'd kind of see it hitting supply. I'd get in, sell like one candle later, right? If it would go down and kind of rally back into supply, I'd get more puts. And so I just scalped all day. I did this on several different accounts. I do think it's one of the safest strategies because, these stocks can reverse on you so quickly. And, if you're not prepared for it, it will reverse all the way against you. So that's what I'm doing in my day trading account. And, we'll just see how it goes. I'm ready for, I feel like I'm ready for the next couple of days to be extremely bearish. I am down on some of my portfolios, but, the way I see it is it just kind of provides an opportunity for me to build some bigger positions. And, with that, all I would say is just be careful out there. Really try to wait. I think the bottom will come probably Friday morning. That's what I'm kind of looking for. I think Apple will hit about $100. It may go even below that. But who knows, right? If we have a lot of demand for it right here at this price of like 106, it's possible that it rallies from here. But, I think this is just... I think the entire market is in an overall downtrend still. I mean, I think that's basically been confirmed, right? When you look at the daily chart, we have this supply zone. We're way under the 20-day moving average. There's a bunch of other indicators that I don't really use, but we're under all of those too. So, we'll see what happens, but I will give you guys an update in a couple of days. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening. Please do give the video a big fat like, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on Periscope or Dlive, you can catch these on YouTube as well. You can catch the audio formatted version on my podcast. My links for all my social media are in the description down below. And with that, I will see you next time. This is CMC Broadcasting. God bless.